Richard! Richard, help!
Shawn,
Yeah, it's me!
why are you in a sewer?
I was looking for the turtles.
You were as pathetic as you are sad. Now listen to this, because it's a Pod Bros exclusive. I'll go get a ladder. What's up, everybody? I'm Richard,
And I'm Shawn.
and we're speaking the language of romance. And you sound a bit odd.
Well, I am drinking a new beer I found. So recently I went to the liquor store.
So I just want to say, like, you're struggling a bit to find words here. So how's this gonna go?
It's gonna go amazing. I'm walking through the liquor store aisle, and there's a type of beer I typically get, but something caught my eye. Something reached out and grabbed me, and that was this stuff called Dragon's Milk.
Dragon's milk.
Dragon's Milk, and
Is it white?
no, it's a stout. It's dark. It's super dark.
It's dark.
Yeah, and I saw it, and I saw Dragon's Milk, and I'm thinking like this rich, chocolatey goodness type stuff. I don't know why, but that's what I thought.
Okay.
And it came in a package of 4, so it was a little bit more expensive than a normal 6-pack. But considering there's only 4 beers in it, it's pretty pricey for just 4 beers. And I didn't know how it would be. Usually, you see these things, and they always see.
So it's pricey for a 4-pack. What's the alcohol content?
There, it's an 11% by volume, and the beer I normally get is like 5.2. So this is over double.
Damn.
And it's a bourbon barrel stout, and it has a rich, dark chocolatey with some deep vanilla tones. And on the front of this bottle, so the image of this, a lot of times when you see like dragony type things, I think you talked about it before. You think of like the dude that's got that van that has that amazing dragon just put.
Yeah. It's like an airbrush van. It's like, I'm going to make my van look like Iron Maiden.
Or you got the dude that's got the dragon tail all up on his arm. He's got the sleeve.
Oh.
He's like, dude, do you know ninjutsu? He's like, no, but I love dragons. Like, all right, dude, whatever.
I love dragons. Check out my sweet ride.
Hey, you want to guess where the tail goes? No, I don't. I don't want to know.
No, please don't show me.
But on this, it's got a pretty cool looking shadowy dragon on the barrel. So it's good stuff.
So it's not like a nice dragon. It's not like Puff the Magic Dragon. This is like a dragon that's like, I'm going to eat your face.
This looks like an adolescent dragon.
Eat your face. Man.
So that is what I am drinking right now to get pumped up for this show.
Well, I'm going to pump you up even further. And excellent segue, by the way, because, okay, so dragons. Here's how we're going to segue. Dragons breathe what?
They breathe air.
I hate you. I hate you so much right now. Dragons breathe fire.
Oh, yeah. Well,
you know what else breathes fire? Well, not breathes fire, but you know what else can shoot fire? Human beings for the low price of $900.
What? How are they doing that?
Including shipping.
That's not a bad deal.
It's not a bad deal. So apparently there's a company called the Ion Productions Team based out of Troy, Michigan, and they are selling flamethrowers.
What? What kind of flame? Like, what's the name of this flamethrower?
This one's called the XM42, and it can shoot fire over 25 feet and has more than 35 seconds of burn time per tank of fuel. With a tank of fuel, it weighs just 10 pounds. So that means you have a tank of fuel strapped to your back. You're holding this flamethrower. Guess what? It's lightweight.
Yeah. Mobile.
Yeah. You'd be like, I don't feel this at all.
Woohoo!
That's awesome. Who doesn't want to own a flamethrower?
What do you do with it? Is it something you would just use for like a Rammstein concert, or what's the use
Probably.
of this flamethrower?
Have you ever been to a Rammstein concert?
I haven't, but you've told me stories and it
they're
sounds
amazing.
horrifying.
Like every single song, I'm sure they're all sitting on backstage and they're saying to themselves, okay, so we've got this song. How do we incorporate fire into this for the live show? Come on, guys, ideas. What are we going to do? We're going to shoot fire out? Do I have a bow and arrow that has fire? Do I light myself on fire?
Do I shoot fire from my crotch?
And then the whole band's like, all of those things.
It's like it seems like in all their stuff too. You told me like it's very sexual too. Like didn't they like have the dude strap on some kind of thing around his junk area?
There was one song that didn't involve fire. All I'm gonna say is it involves a very elaborate hose system and a very lifelike looking phallic device. It was a giant rubber dick that shot water. It was a giant rubber dick that shot water.
Dad, what is he doing? You'll find out in about 5 years, son.
Right? I mean, like, I'm saying, like if you're, a 12-year-old kid and that's your first concert, holy fuck.
What? Somebody was talking recently about the movie Watchmen, and
Okay.
When I went to see Watchmen in theater, behind me there was a kid with, I think it was his grandma.
Okay.
And there's a lot of parts in that movie that you probably don't want to see with your grandma, or probably see as an 11 or 12-year-old.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, superhero movie. Oh, look, big giant blue guy with, oh God.
Oh no.
Timmy, let's go. What's he gonna do with that?
What are they doing to the girl? Oh no.
Grandma, something's happening to my special place.
You'll learn about that later. I'm sure she was just screaming out in the theater. Like when something bad was going to happen, you just hear ears. Ears and eyes. Eyes.
So $900 for this flamethrower. They did this on Indiegogo. Is that what you said?
They did it. They did an Indiegogo campaign, raised $150,000 to start this company, which, do you not want to see the pitch video for that?
Yeah. What's
where
this
the
guy?
guy's where the guy's sitting there and he's like, "Hey, what's up? What's up, everybody? My name is, hang on, gotta find the guy's name. My name's Chris Byers, and I have an idea. I have something every American should have. You know what every American should have?" And just the word like spins to the front of the screen. Flamethrowers. And then he burns it down with a flamethrower. He's like, "That's right, folks. I'm selling flamethrowers."
I just want to see the rated R version you see on YouTube. He's like got these sunglasses on and looks at the camera like, "Oh, I didn't see you there, fuckers. What's up? You ever have some shit you just want to fucking burn down? Well, guess what? Now you can."
You know it's extreme. Flamethrowers. Be awesome.
Late night infomercial.
That's a good point. Like if you're like, I'm sorry, like if I came, because usually, the infomercials you see, it's 2 a.m. You came home, you're a little drunk.
Yeah.
And you're just saying, I'm going to crash out. I'm going to watch some television and I'll probably pass out on this couch. I flip on the TV and I see a guy and he's like, "Hello, my name is Chris Byers and I'm here for one purpose." Flamethrowers. And he just throws up devil horns and sparks fly up in the air. And there's guys in motorcycles that jump over his head and they're wearing like red, white, and blue jumpsuits. America, flamethrowers. I'd be like, "Oh, where's my phone?"
Get the credit card. I want 2 of these things.
But let's be honest. What is the practical purpose of a flamethrower?
I can't think of it. I mean, if you own a, I don't know, orchard and you want to burn the orchard because that's supposed to be good for it, then that's a great thing.
Yeah, perfect.
But I'm sure there's easier ways to do that.
I would think so. The reason I bring up the flamethrowers is because there is supposedly going to be some regulations on the flamethrowers, because as of right now, on a federal level, there is none. That's right, kids. We live in a world where you are restricted from buying marijuana because that is a gateway drug. But it is perfectly legal for you to spend $900 on a weapon that shoots fire 25 feet. That's the America you live in. Although I'm not coming down one side or the other on the marijuana issue. I'm just saying that you can't spend $10 on a joint, but you can spend $900 on a flamethrower.
But that's the perfect use for that, is you go and find those marijuana places and you just burn down all the marijuana. That's what it's for.
Yeah. In the name of patriotism.
Then afterwards, you're just like, man, I really want some Taco Bell. Why am I so hungry?
That be in the commercial. These things are so American. They should shoot red, white, and blue. What? And then there's a guitar in the back. Wow. Shockingly, this is the story. This is the story I'm quoting. This is on the Ars Technica UK. I don't know if they're talking about this is America. It says UK, but this is America that's selling these flamethrowers. Shockingly, there are no current federal regulations on the possession, manufacture, sale, or use of flamethrowers. At the state level, California requires a permit, while Maryland outright bans them. The company is not aware of any other state-level regulation.
You walk into, you get your permit for it in California. It's like, yeah, I'd like my flamethrower permit, please. Okay, just a few questions. Number one, what do you want it for?
Home defense.
Anything else? I want to burn some shit. All right, fair enough.
I have this nasty squirrel out back. So I've decided I'm going to render the tree to ash.
The squirrel keeps judging me through the window. I want to show it who's boss.
Right?
Yeah. My homemade flamethrower of WD-40 and my lighter hasn't been working very well.
Exactly. Like I tried to pick up a beat from Jeff Daniels and Arachnophobia, but it's just not doing it. Fucking tree rodent. How pissed off would you have to be? Like that's what I want to see. I want to wake up in the morning and like you yawn, like it's a Saturday morning and you're like, "Oh, lazy day at home." And you walk to like your bedroom window and you look out back and you just see some pissed off dude in pajamas like running out the back door onto his deck with a flamethrower. He's just like, "Fucking squirrels."
You walk out with your cup of coffee. It's like, oh, I see Greg's up early. What the fuck is that he has?
He's done. He's like, "How you doing, Shawn?" You're like,
Greg?
Rough day, Greg? Nah, just taking care of some squirrels. Are you hungry? You hungry for squirrel? About 35 seconds, I can have this thing well done.
Got any squirrels over there you want me to take care of, Shawn? Nope, Greg. I'm good.
No, I'm good, Greg.
I'm good. Behind your fence, there's just like a dozen squirrels hiding, shivering in fear.
Please don't tell. Please save us. Ooh. He's so upset.
We didn't think he was serious when he said stay off the bird feeder.
We were just, all we wanted was some corn. Fucker comes out with shooting fire at us. He's like a dragon.
I swear it was the devil himself.
We've decided we're going to sacrifice one of our own to appease it. What was that sound? Nothing, Greg. Nothing. I have mice in my house.
Oh, I can take care of that for you, Shawn. Oh God, Greg, no.
No. I put out some poison, and I don't think. Well, you can borrow it anytime. No, we're good. I'm good, Greg.
It's easy to use. Look.
Look, check this out. Whoosh.
I still got like 25 seconds worth of fire here, man. It's all good.
See, that's the thing. Is like how is that, like 35 seconds of fuel? Some people would say, that's not very much. 35 seconds. 35 seconds of shooting a flamethrower, that's not much. Like, what are you going to do? And I'm sorry, but if I have 20 people running at me and I just hit the button on this flamethrower and just do one quick pass across like my whole front arc, I think the better question is what am I going to do with the other 25 seconds?
Well, I mean, if you think about that, if you pull it across yourself, that's like probably maybe a full second. So really it's like 34 seconds still. Yeah. And even when you're burning stuff, you're just going to do a quick trigger pull.
34 seconds of watching people run around screaming, "Put me out, put me out."
I just imagine a bunch of squirrels running around saying, "Put me out, put me out." Wait, is that a beaver over there too? Oof.
This is Squirrel Holocaust. Please, won't anyone save us?
I just wonder what like his logic is. He's like, he's got a squirrel problem. He's like, well, I could call an exterminate. That's what happened. Greg goes home one day. He's pissed off at these fucking squirrels from eating all this bird food because he's a birdie guy. He loves birds. He loves cardinals, blue jays, even the occasional sparrow.
He's that guy. He has the binoculars by the window. He's got the book so we can identify him.
Is that a red-tailed woodpecker? And then the squirrel comes up and chases it away. It's like, oh my, every time.
And he's like, he flings open the back door. He's like, hey, squirrel, fuck you. I want to watch birds.
Squirrel just grabs his nuts and gives him the bird.
Yeah.
Look at this bird, old man.
Look, waves its dick in its face. Fuck you, Greg.
Got two birds right for you, Greg. Look at them.
Oh, it's giving me. Greg, come back inside. Hang on a minute, Margaret. This squirrel's giving me the fucking eye.
All right, that's it. I got to get to the internet. And he's looking. He's like, all right, exterminators.
Yeah.
He's like,
looking, he hits, but he accidentally hits the wrong key.
So he does his research. This is what happens. He does his research. He's like, all right, I got an exterminator. I've got these home remedies. All right, he's like, I need to release some stress. And Greg likes to experiment. So he types in flamer accidentally. What he gets back, he gets back some nice pictures. He's
flipping through the phone book, and he's like, okay, E. Oh, I went too far. I'm in the F's. Wait a minute. Flamethrowers?
Huh. These squirrels have met their match. Goes out, buys a whole outfit.
Yeah, squirrels are just like, oh, fuck you, Greg. What you gonna do? Greg's just like, challenge accepted, rodents. Whoosh. Ah! And there it is.
There you go, Chip, Dale, and Gadget. One squirrel pops over the side. It's like, those were chipmunks. Oh, shit, more. Woof. God, Greg, you're burning my fence down, man. Come on. I just put that up.
Please stop. You seem so upset. Please just calm down, Greg. Fuck these squirrels. Whoosh.
He's like, actually, Shawn, it's actually kind of soothing. I mean, I don't really like to kill things.
Burn it down and salt the earth, Shawn. Greg, I mean, you're getting kind of dramatic with, I mean, where are you going to put the bird feeder now? For God's sake.
It clears the whole forest.
He just goes on a rampage with it. He's like knocking door to door. And then he starts an extermination business. See, there you go. What if your exterminator showed up with I got these squirrels out back and they keep getting in the bird feeder. And they're like, we have just the thing for that, sir. An hour later, ding dong, you open the door and there's a guy with a flamethrower. Hurt, you have a squirrel problem. Isn't that a bit much?
Well, he shows up and he's like, okay, he doesn't have the flamethrower. He's like, all right, so where are your squirrels? Like, oh, they're out back. How many of them are there? Oh, there's about a dozen or so. Like, are you going to set any traps or anything like that? Like, oh, yeah, kind of something like that.
Yes.
I'd suggest staying inside. Don't make any fast movements. And I should be back in about 20 minutes.
In about 34 seconds.
Yeah, I'll be back in 34 seconds. You hear the door slam. You hear him walk around the side of the house. You hear, like, what the fuck is that? Woof. Bunch of squirrels running around.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you look out the back window and it looks like nuclear bomb went off.
And then Brian the Exterminator just sitting there with one hand on the trigger and the bullhorns up in the air.
Yeah.
Fuck
you, squirrels.
I fucking love my job. Woof.
He's just smoking a cigar. He's like, God, I love this shit.
After he's finished, he's sitting on your porch and he comes out. You come out, it's like, so I guess you got them all? He offers you a cigarette.
Two things I do. When I do two things, that's when I smoke. I do loving and I do burning.
You never truly lived until you've seen a dozen squirrels running around with their tails on fire.
You ever seen burning squirrels run around? Craziest fucked up shit you ever saw. I've seen some shit in my exterminator days.
It's hard to believe they pay me to do this. Brian, why's your hand down your pants? I'm sorry. Sometimes it gets me excited.
Yeah, see, it's like it's the Deadpool trailer all over. Like he shoots that flame, and then he's done, and there's smoke coming out of the top. And he's like, "Oh, I'm touching myself tonight." That's awesome.
I guess that's who that would only be for. Be exterminators and dudes trying to just show off on their back porch. I don't know what else you would use one of those for.
Well, because like I said, what do you plan on using it for? Home defense? Like burglar comes into your house? I mean, granted, if I was a burglar and I break into somebody's house and I'm going to go steal like the silver or the fine china or maybe the TV, and then I just hear, what's that noise? Chunk, chunk, chunk. And there's a guy standing there with like a fuel tank strapped to his back. It's like, what do you put?
Well, you think about it this way too. I mean, most people sleep naked, so you're walking out with a flamethrower butt ass naked. Like, oh my god, dude.
That way he can burn you down and piss on the ashes.
I deserve this. I deserve this. So the burglar gets picked up as he's running down on fire. They put him out. They take him to jail. It's like, it's the worst thing ever. I walk into this house, and not only am I getting shot by a flamethrower, but the dude is teabagging me at the same time.
He is teabagging my burning corpse. Now that's just messed up on a level I didn't know was possible.
I've seen some fucked up shit, man. I'm hooked on drugs, but this guy's got some problems.
I've seen somebody shoot crack into their eyeballs. Have you ever seen that? It's crazy. You know what's crazier than that? Naked dude with a flamethrower.
Because those things get hot and the ball sweat just gets going, and the pubic hairs get sizzled a little bit.
Please.
Basically, what I'm saying is just kill me, please.
So there you go. Flamethrowers. Apparently completely legal. Except for Maryland. They're not legal in Maryland. In California, you can have them, but it requires a permit. It says the devices are not registered and they do not qualify as firearms under the National Firearms Act. So it's free reign. Like you don't need to register your flamethrower. You don't need to get a flamethrower permit, except in California. All you need to do is just shell out the cash for it, and then boom, flamethrower.
I wonder how you would store something like that, because I don't think you'd want to store it inside, because the fuel for that, I'm guessing, is equivalent to like gasoline or like straight alcohol. So you wouldn't want to keep that in the house.
Right, yeah, you'd have to keep it in, say, your garage or the basement next to your lawnmower.
I guess that would be
you
nice.
Open up the garage. You open up the garage, and Greg wants, you just want to, you're in there. You're gonna be like, hey, Greg, can I borrow your mower for? I was like, mine's busted right now. The string's out. I gotta take it to his shop. Oh, sure, yeah, no problem. It's right there. It's next to the flamethrower.
Good old Greg's like, well, you could use the lawnmower if you want to mow the lawn like a pussy, but if you want.
You want mow the lawn extreme? And then you're like, yeah, I mean, I want to do everything extreme. Here you go, son. That a flamethrower?
That's how I cut my grass and smoke my cigars.
Let's see. A new bill in Troy, Michigan, proposed earlier this month, would forbid storage, use, and possession of flamethrowers in the city. Violations of the law would constitute a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days in jail, a $500 fine, or both, in addition to seizure of the flamethrower. His answer to that was, why make or build or sell this? Because it's awesome.
Chris
That's
Beyer.
a direct quote. It's awesome. Are you not imagining? I am imagining this man standing like with a jumpsuit on, and the jumpsuit is made out of like chrome or metal. Like it's fabric, but it's made to look like chrome, like metal. It's all shiny, and he's wearing sunglasses, and it's 8:00 at night, and he doesn't give a shit, and he has a mullet.
Yeah. I just imagine him as that douchey, like Chris with a K kind of guy.
Yeah. He's that one actor, I can't think of his name, that's in that television show. I think it's Eastbound and Down.
The softball player?
He was on. Yeah. That's what I'm picturing.
Okay. I could see it. Yeah.
What do you do for a living? Work in a cubicle? You know what I do for a living? Sell these.
He's always got one on his back.
And you know what? It's awesome.
I imagine he's always referring to himself in the third person. You know what Chris Beyer does for fun? Burn shit and then sell it.
Yeah, you can burn trees, whoosh. You can burn buildings, whoosh. You can even burn babies, whoosh. But you don't want to. You know why? Because we love babies.
You know what? Chris Beyer doesn't even own an oven. He just burns his food.
Who needs an oven? That's how pussies cook. Whoosh.
Whole side of beef, woof. Lunch for a week. Chris Beyer.
Oh, that's awesome.
Little thumb wink. Johnny Cage glass halfway down.
Yes.
Oh, shit. That'd be awesome.
It's revolutionary in its design, in contrast to previous flamethrowers throughout the years, due to its portability and instant action on the fly functionality. So he's like, hey, you can shoot this thing from the hip. Like, aim? Who needs to aim? It's a fucking flamethrower. I wanted one personally back in 2007, so I began developing plans to create one. Years went by with slow development, and then a spark hit, and I decided this was the year to make it happen. I used the resources I gained as an engineer in the auto industry to learn how to make this a reality. Whoosh!
I imagine Chris was the guy putting in the cigarette lighters and just has like an obsession with fire. When they finally said, all right.
He's like staring at it, and he pushes it in, it clicks out, and he pulls it out, and he's staring at it.
Pushes it
like,
in.
what are you doing, Chris? He's
Nothing.
Like,
nothing.
Hang on. Nothing.
Every
thinking
time.
about the flamethrower again?
Maybe.
No. Give it up, Chris. Just give it up.
Your dreams are stupid, Chris. Go back to work. One day I'll show you, Mr. Ford. My name's not Mr. Ford. I'm just a manager
Why do you keep
here.
calling me that? He's been dead like 80 years.
This is the Chevrolet plant anyway. Get your shit
And
straight.
take those damn sunglasses off.
Walks by the break room where Margaret's sitting there. He's like, "Hey, Margaret, you want my 35 seconds of fire and passion?"
You want to come over tonight? I want to show you something cool. Oh, God, not the flamethrower again.
Yeah. Samantha's got the hots for him. She's like, "I'll come over, Chris. I want to see you. I want to see what you have."
You're never going to make it, Chris. You're never going to make it.
The fire and
Everybody
passion.
tried to talk me down.
His name's not even Chris, really Chris Byer. It was like Chris Johnson. He's like, "No, everybody's going to be buying my shit. So now I'm Chris Byer."
The mayor of Troy, Michigan remains unconvinced. If our own military doesn't use it and it's been banned by the Geneva Convention, then why would someone think this should be sold to the general public? He added, "I think it's too risky to gamble with people's lives. I can't think of something more horrific than to burn somebody alive, and that's what this would do."
Chris Byers like, "You took it to a dark place, Mayor. I'm all about burning the shit out of squirrels."
I'm talking about squirrels. Nobody cares about squirrels. They ain't even American. Whoosh. Mayor's like, "Oh, he's got a point.
Yeah.
Fuck those squirrels.
Shitting all over
I
the
got
place,
these ones that
biting
constantly
me.
eat shit on my fucking bird feeder."
Hey, Chris, why don't you come over to my house and show me how this thing works?
And that's how Flamethrower brought the town of Troy, Michigan together.
It's like a cutscene. Everybody's jumping in the air, and there's just like a pile of ashes of squirrels.
See, the whole thing is an 80s made-for-TV movie. Never gonna make it, Chris. Don't make me give up on my dreams. And take those damn glasses off.
It's like, "You know who you sound like? You sound like my mom." It's like, "It's because I am your mom, Chris. Go to your room and clean." "Okay, Mom."
This is how I clean.
Put back the can of WD-40, Chris. Did you ever do that when you were a kid? Have the lighter and the...
I always did. It was hairspray with me. It was, you had the little stick lighter.
Yeah.
Not stick lighter, but it had like the long head on it. You use it to light like pilot lights and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you do that and a can of hairspray. So you'd spray the hairspray. Basically like Jeff Daniels and Arachnophobia.
I always use WD-40, which that's just what was in the garage. And like, I think back on that, and it's one of those situations where I probably could have blew my hand off pretty easily.
Oh, easily.
And then, people be like, "Why weren't you watching your kid?" It's like, well, why is my kid being an idiot? "I like fire, Dad."
He's running around with a can of hairspray and a lighter. If it wasn't this, he was going to fall off a bridge.
And if it wasn't that, he was going to be sniffing glue, so... take the lesser of the evils.
I didn't have any room on the top shelf for the WD-40. I put the glue up there.
I can only do
He
so
was
much.
Like, "I'll make this work." I'll show you, Dad. So that's what I have for you. That's my gift to you, is the gift of the possibility that you could have a flamethrower for the low price of $900.
So is the gift that you have one for me? Is it on the way here? Is that what you're saying?
I don't have
You
one
bought
on
me a
order.
flamethrower? I've always wanted a
God.
flamethrower. It's almost my birthday.
Who doesn't? Because here's the thing, is we make this argument, we're saying, "Oh, what would you use that for?" It's not like you can, use it for home defense. You can't scare a burglar with it. It seems a bit excessive to burn squirrels with it. You can't run around your backyard shooting a flamethrower 25 feet. But you know what? With all that, we all still want one.
Well, I mean, you'd definitely be setting the standard for your neighborhood, You'd be showing everybody you're not a person to be fucked with. You just walk out to your front yard, just yell out, "Hey, everybody!" Yeah, that's what's
You'd
up.
you'd be the guitar player in Mad Max.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you would.
Wait, no. You could put a guitar over it. Cause the flamethrower is a thing, and I'm sure it has like a button on the bottom or like a pull handle or something along those lines. So you just put a guitar over the top of it. So then you wake up and you're like, today's the day, honey. And she's like, oh God, no, I need you to help me carry the speakers out. So then you walk out with your fuel tank strapped to your back and this guitar, and you just start wah 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 whoosh.
Well, I'm thinking back, like, so Greg's destroyed all the squirrels in the neighborhood, and so he goes to see a movie. He goes to see Mad Max Fury Road, and halfway through the movie, he's like, oh, God, I have the greatest idea ever. Honey, we have to leave right now.
We have to go home. I have to start building things.
Saturday morning, they push out the speakers, and he just sits up there, and he's like...
He climbs out a window on his roof and then uses like neckties to tie his ankles to the windowsill. He's got this kid's holding a rope around his waist. Like, don't let go, kids. This is gonna be awesome. Babe, babe, are you getting this on video? Yes. You're gonna send this to your mom, right? No.
That's all right. She'll see it on YouTube.
You can't deny awesome. Now check this out. Wah, wah, wah.
In his head, he's like, Greg, this is your moment. This is your shining moment. You thought it was killing all the squirrels in the neighborhood. No, you are the guy from Mad Max. The guitar guy from Mad Max.
And if I'm Greg's neighbor and I'm walking out to get the morning paper.
You go back inside and call the police.
And I turn and I see a guy hung from suspended from the roof of his bungalow, playing the guitar and shooting fire. I'm sorry, I'm dropping my paper and I'm just like, what else do you do?
He just wave and be like, well, I can't wait to see what you do for Christmas, Greg.
I don't know if you can top this, Greg. What do you think Santa's gonna have?
The neighborhood kids come out. It's like, hey, Steve, is that you holding your dad? Yeah, it's me.
Yeah. Only until the judges leave, and then he says I can go play.
Oh, shit. I want to live in that world.
You would have the coolest neighbor ever.
Get a little too crazy. It's like, Greg, I think your roof's on fire.
Right? Because, I mean, if he's got that flamethrower going and say, like, he sneezes, guess what? 25 feet. Because that's a distance. I mean, think about 20. So from the point, from the tip of the nozzle, 25 feet from there. And I've seen a picture of it. It looks like you could hold that thing about a good, maybe 1.5 feet from your body. So from like the tip of your nose, we're talking about 27 feet.
So do you think when he catches the house on fire and he gets, the family out safely, they're sitting there watching the house burn down, the fire department comes, and he's sitting there and he's like, Margaret, just tell him you left your curling iron on.
You keep your fucking mouth shut, kids.
Your mom did this. Your mom fucked this up.
Not a word if you want Christmas this year.
Do you guys want to live in a box? We want to live with Uncle John. Who the fuck's Uncle John? He's the guy who always comes over when you're at work.
Honey, I've been meaning to tell you. Where does John live?
He's always burning mom with passion.
And that's how the case of the Suburban Arsonist came about.
He just goes to random homes of cheating housewives.
What's your name? My name's Tom. Do you know a John? I know a few. Where do they live?
I mean, probably everywhere. It's a pretty common name.
I will find them all.
Damn you, Margaret!
Sir, my name's Jake. What? I said my name's Jake. Oh.
Close enough. Fuck you.
Sorry.
Oh, man.
Say, my house is on fire.
We got insurance, right? Hey, I got these bag of marshmallows. Do you care?
At least those squirrels left.
I live in the middle of the city. There are no squirrels. And you're welcome.
Like the Pied Piper, but with fire. Whoosh. Pied Piper Extreme.
He changes his tune after finding out his wife divorced him. Instead of a guitar, he just does a ukulele.
The music of pain.
I mean, it's hard to be sad when it sounds like Hawaii. I mean, it's just, it's a magical place.
It is a magical place. So, okay, bottom line, if you had $900 just laying around, and you're like, you know what, I want to buy something for myself, would a flamethrower be on that list?
For me, no, because I don't really know what use I would have for it. I mean, besides all the awesomeness we just talked about, I feel like I'd probably just end up hurting myself or burning my house down, and I'd probably guess my insurance wouldn't cover that.
Because it's like I said, 25 feet of fire. It's not like you can go in your backyard and shoot that off. It's not like you could go in your front yard and shoot that off. I mean, the only time you'd be able to use it is you'd have to put it in your car, drive to some godforsaken middle of nowhere, bring all your friends with you, and then be like, all right,
we all get 6 seconds. Go.
Yeah. There's nothing. And plus, like, if you're just shooting it out in an open field, I mean, aside from that first, second where you're like, holy shit, that's 25 feet. Where's the excitement?
Yeah. Well,
after that.
I feel like there's only so much stuff you could burn. I mean, you could probably pile a bunch of junk together. That might be kind of fun. So you get all your friends and family to bring, their old dressers and, all their old shit, and you pile it into this, big, huge pile, and you light the shit out of that. But even after that, it's like, okay, well, it's just fire.
Guess we'll
burning.
Go home.
Yeah. Should we put it out?
You make a makeshift dummy out in the middle of a field.
Yeah, I guess there's that.
You just write John on a T-shirt. Fuck that guy. Whoosh.
I don't know, Dad. I kind of like Uncle John. He buys me stuff. Fuck you, boy.
You want to shoot this flamethrower again? Yeah, then you shut your mouth. You shut your Judas mouth.
I loved your mother so much. As much as the flamethrower, Dad? Well, fuck no. This thing's awesome.
Why would I give this up? I mean, look at it. It shoots fire.
You know the only burning your mother ever gave me? One time in college. She says she doesn't know how she got it, but now I know. It's your Uncle John, that son of a bitch.
Screw that guy. You know what he's going to do? He's going to burn.
Well, I guess another little story I heard about banning and whatnot. So I guess apparently, so you and I talk about we really like superheroes, and we've talked about Black Widow and how there aren't why doesn't Black Widow have her own movie? Why aren't why don't some of these great female superheroes have their own movie? And apparently, this little girl absolutely loves Wonder Woman. Back in the day, you would have your own lunchbox, backpack, T-shirt, whatever, to show that, hey,
and Wonder Woman, of course, a paragon for not a paragon for women, but at the time, one of the few superheroes that was almost inspiring for women at the time. There wasn't a lot of women superheroes. You had Wonder Woman, you had, I think, Supergirl, but even Supergirl Wonder Woman, I felt, was the first one that was not really so much objectified. Everybody was just like, look at that. Like, she's just a badass.
Yeah. So, I mean, how would you feel if your daughter, because you have 2 daughters, if they're
I
like,
do.
Dad, I absolutely love Wonder Woman. Not even new Wonder Woman. Like, I love old Wonder Woman. I want an old Wonder Woman lunchbox. Original Wonder Woman lunchbox. And I want to take it to school.
First off, I'd be very, very happy that they decided to go vintage.
Yeah, exactly. And let's say they go to school and the school's like, that's a superhero, and superheroes are violent. So we're going to need to take that away from you. And that's it. Don't bring that back. Bring something else. Bring a Miley Cyrus lunchbox, because that's okay. Because apparently this happened to a little girl at school.
Oh, you just made me throw up in my mouth a little bit.
Because that's exactly what it would be. I don't know where this happened at. I can't see specifically on the story, but the gist of it is a little girl was told that she cannot bring this lunchbox because it is a violent character.
Superhero, and superheroes are apparently violent. Lest we forget, like, Wonder Woman, I would say, was one of the least violent.
Yeah. What was it?
I mean, she had the lasso of truth.
Yeah. It's like I'm non-violently detaining this person and making them tell the truth. And then I'll take them to jail.
Did you ever have the fantasy where you wanted Wonder Woman to lasso you, like tie me down to make me tell you things?
Oh, yeah. Like, all right, tell me all your secrets. I want to bang you right now.
So bad. Bad.
Tell me something else. I want you to stick your thumb in my ass. God, I'm taking this lasso off. But no, wait, I want the whole hand. The lasso's off, sir. You don't have to tell the truth anymore.
Please leave. Wasn't even the lasso of truth. You're just saying this. I just found a rope and tied you up with it.
The lasso doesn't even get on you. And you're just like, I want your thumb in my ass.
I mean, don't you do that whenever you get tied up with rope?
I guess, yeah, apparently. Oh, man, this dragon milk is my lasso of truth.
Apparently, you and I go to much different parties.
Sorry, guys. I kind of got lost in my own fantasy.
Hurry, quick, tie him up. No, don't tie him up. Why not? Because he says you tie him up and then he says inappropriate things.
Everything ends up with a thumb in your
Put
ass.
your thumb in my ass. Oh God, it's already started.
Woo, Wonder Woman. How do you even get my number?
And I would also like to point out, hang on, I'm trying to think of it. Wonder Woman, the world's waiting for you. Okay, yes. In the theme song to the show, the old school TV show, there was a line in the show where she was like, make a hawk a dove. Yeah, make a hawk a dove, and then stop a war with love. So who's the violent one? What woman? Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, she's not a violent person. But that's the kind of weird thing is, I mean, I remember going to school in like my turtle shirts or a Superman shirt or anything like that.
Oh God, that was my life. It was Batman t-shirts and are all heroes violent? Like, could I go to school wearing Luke Skywalker? He's got a gun.
Well, it says
or a lightsaber.
It says superheroes.
I mean, I've seen Star Wars t-shirts where Luke is pointing a blaster like out at you or the person looking at the shirt.
Yeah, so they define it as those who solve problems using violence. That's how they describe what you can and can't use. So if you're wearing a Superman shirt, just the emblem, that might be okay. But if you have a superhero character, then nope, can't have that because that's somebody who solves the problems using
That's
violence.
what I'm saying.
God, that's just I don't understand it. And the funny thing is, and I don't want to get too far into it. it's whatever. But, this kid could show up with a Miley Cyrus lunchbox, and that's okay. And this is a girl that showed up on the MTV Movie Awards wearing a balloon thing over her vagina. That's
yes,
okay.
Excellent point. Excellent point. That we have, if we're talking about something that's, if we're talking about the, in this puritanical age of the appropriateness of things for children, where, you look at Disney stars, or you look at pop stars, pop music stars, or even some movie stars and stuff like that, and all that's perfectly fine. I don't know. Is it just a desensitizate? Are we desensitized to that type of stupid behavior? But for some reason, we're trying to. I don't know. I can't from any angle figure out why that's okay.
Not sure. It's I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. So, you know what? I think that you, sir, have had entirely too much dragon's milk, because you're starting to hit the perturbed stage.
Well, you look at the lunchbox, and at worst, I would say it's maybe a little too revealing, because she's wearing the Wonder Woman outfit, which is skin tight, and
see, they're not talking about her. They're not talking about her objectification.
They're saying, it's like, well, she solves problems with violence.
She's violent.
And there's nothing violent about this. In the one, it's her headshot. And in the other picture, it's her holding her lasso, smiling, jumping. Like, there's nothing violent about this.
No.
I had, you'll love this, I had a Captain America lunchbox when I was in grade school. And by these rules, I would not be allowed to have that, because Captain America would solve problems with violence.
I had a Batman 66 lunchbox that was like tin. It was metal. I had a Batman 66 lunchbox, and on the cover of it, it was Batman. It was Adam West swinging on his little bat rope, and he was kicking a thug in the face. So, there's a direct thing of violence right there. So that lunchbox would have been out.
Oh, I don't understand it.
But if we're talking about Batman, to me, I think Batman is a very inspiring hero, because Batman is saying that Batman, I would say, is the pinnacle of human achievement, because in everything, he's always smarter than everybody else. He's always more physically fit than everybody else. Of course, he is human. So obviously he can't punch through, like Superman or anything, but Batman has always been the pinnacle of human achievement. And that's inspiring. Who cares? He's punching, bad guys.
I guess, Mike, I don't know a ton about Wonder Woman specifically, but to me, whenever I think of, she seems like a good, strong female character. Like you would see like Black Widow's a little bit darker, but she's a strong female character. And we don't get to see a lot of those. And so here you are telling somebody that, so this is a strong female character. There aren't a ton of those out there, but you can't bring that to school.
Yeah, that's the extra point, is the fact that you're telling this little girl that if she's bringing a Wonder Woman lunchbox to school, obviously she has like high praise for the character. And so she goes to school, and that school is telling her that someone that she respects and reveres as a hero is too violent. So that's the girl that's like, well, I guess I'll listen to Miley Cyrus and stick my tongue out all the time and rub my ass on everything.
So are we getting?
I don't know.
We've kind of talked about this before. Are we getting away from where we're trying to be more where violence is bad, but that kind of stuff is okay? Like Miley Cyrus stuff is better than violence?
Possibly. I honestly, I'm kind of okay with that to a point. I don't know. Why can't we just live in a world where we all use our brain and just apply some common sense across the board? Like, yes, Wonder Woman does occasionally punch people in the face, but She's fucking Wonder Woman. She has a lasso of truth, and she ties people up.
All the Wonder Woman episodes I've seen, she's beating the shit out of Nazis. So I think that's a good thing.
Love.
Yeah. Oh, and a lasso of truth. Oh, let her tie me up.
Yeah, and tie me up and let me tell you things. I mean, I tell you, I tell her things anyway. Obviously. Oh God, it's him again. Don't get your rope out.
Because he's gonna tell you anyway.
Shit gets weird if that happens.
I've ever told you about my fantasy of burning squirrels alive. Oh God, so hot. Is that you, Greg?
Oh God. All right, see, so Shawn has apparently drank too much. He's had a little too much dragon's blood. He's getting a little violent. I think
it's not dragon's blood. It's dragon's milk.
Okay, I was saying dragon's blood because I thought that sounded cooler.
Well, dragon's milk sounds sweeter, so if Wonder Woman comes over, she won't be so scared. All right, we'll do some Richard's closing thoughts.
Let's go out back and burn things.
Yeah, when we're burning stuff, I'm drinking dragon's blood. When we're making sweet, sweet love, it's dragon's milk.
You're drinking Wonder Woman milk.
Wonder Woman! All right, well, throw out some Richard's closing thoughts while we are closing it out.
I made the point earlier that we live in an America where apparently it is okay to, or it's not okay to walk unless you're in certain states. It's not okay to walk down the street with a dried up plant in your back pocket and then occasionally in the privacy of your own home pull it out and set it on fire. But it is perfectly okay to go online and for the price of $900 order something that can shoot fire forcefully at 25 feet. And, we're talking about Wonder Woman is apparently too violent for kids. But that same kid, if that kid has $900, that kid can buy a flamethrower.
Way to bring it all the way around.
So let's just put everything in perspective, shall we? That's it. That's all I got.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and do a little housekeeping. Visit our website. We're at languageofbromance.com. Follow us on Twitter at languageofbro. Email us at eatthebeaver@languageofbromance.com. Like us on Facebook, and please subscribe and leave a review on iTunes and Stitcher.
And don't forget to check us out on the Pod Bros Network,
the hottest podcast site on the internet.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if we could convince everybody to get flamethrowers.
That just sounds like a terrible idea.
Or we could just get one for the network and then pass it around and try it out.
The official Pod Bros flamethrower.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Or you bring it to cons and be like, we're Pod Bros. Wow. Extreme.
And if you're in the need for some headbuds to jam out to some metal music while you're using your flamethrower, go to tweakedaudio.com, use the promo code LOBARMY, and get 33% off your order.
Yeah. Extreme headphones. Extreme earbuds.
All right. Was there anything else you want to do before we close her out?
I want to talk about how awesome a flamethrower is. No, I don't.
All right. Well, that's all the bromance we have for this show. I'm Shawn.
And I'm Richard.
And I say we eat the beaver.
And I'll cook it. Extreme.